Continuation of the slides of minor ailments. So last slide we have completed with the fever. Next is regarding the heat stroke. If the patient is with heat stroke, how we can identify the heat stroke? That is, the person suffering should be kept in shade and well ventilated place. Note the vital signs. Remove all the clothes from the persons. Wrap in wet sheet. If the patient is conscious, give him some cold water mixed with salt and other cold drinks. Keep continuous observation over the temperature. As soon as the patient is okay, refer to the hospitals. So how we can identify it is a heat stroke? The patient will be having complete dehydration and patient feel nauseated, giddiness. Patient may have some skin rashes. Patient is being in the sun for a prolonged period of time. Then we can identify and say that it is maybe heat stroke. So accordingly we have to identify it and can be managed. Diarrhea. Monitor the symptoms of dehydration. If dehydration is severe or the patient is in a state of shock, refer him to the hospital. If dehydration, you know how to check the dehydration and all. So checking the dehydration, identifying the level. If it seems to be severe, then don't wait, immediately shift. Otherwise, you can give some ORS or rice water, coconut water, lemon juice, light tea, banana. This kind of liquid things can be provided and try to hydrate and make them normal. If there is epidemic of diarrhea, sample should be sent for the stool test. If cholera is prevalent, immunization should be taken and patient has to be admitted in the hospital. Food and water should be protected. Notification should be given. People should be educated about the control of flies. Okay, next is about burns. Usually, especially the housewives and girls who is being working in the kitchen, they can have the risk of burns. So try to keep the burnt body immersed in water. Check the spread of burns. If the cloth has stuck to the wound, do not try to remove it, because that time the skin also will get peeled off. So once the immediately after the burn, immediately immerse it in the water for some time. So the after immersing in water for a few period of time itself, the cloth will get removed by itself. So to wait for that. Ring, bangles, shoes, belts and other tight fittings and all articles has to be removed. Do not touch the blisters unnecessarily because it can cause infection. Assess the percentage of burns. Give primary treatment of shock if needed and immediately shift to the hospital. Give of ORS if the patient is unconscious and not vomiting. Provide only when the patient is conscious and vomiting, only you give ORS, otherwise don't try to give. Can lead to aspiration. Provide analgesics if required. Refer the patient for the further treatment. Next is drowning. So mainly in respiratory system, drowning is a main common issue. Patient coming with the this kind of things, that is, loosen the clothes, immediately take the patient away from water, loosen the clothes from chest, make the person lie on the abdomen, get from the water out of the lungs by compressing the chest. Resuscitate the patient immediately and send him to hospitals. Check the respiratory rate and pulse is okay. Dog bite. Thoroughly wash the wound with soap and water. Use running water. Apply betadine or tincture iodine. If the wound is excessive, check the hemorrhage. Stitches should be done only after 24 hours if there seems to be an infection, or if it is any kind of like rabies like infection is there, or for that you have to monitor. Give TT injection. Do not kill the dog. Observe for 10 days. Send the patient for ARV, antiretroviral treatment. So anti-rabies vaccine therapy. So rabies vaccine has to be provided for the patient, even though there is no need to wait that animal is rabies or not. So no need to wait. Immediately the patient can be taken TT and rabies vaccine to prevent further infections. Snake bite. Make the person lie down. Do not allow to move. Find out the kind of snake. You can ask whether it is a harmful one or not. Tie tourniquet above the bite and continue to loosen it every half an hour. So always see that above the bite you have to tie the tourniquet or tie the cloth, Make a cut of 1 centimeter length and 1 centimeter deep at a place of bite. Try to observe the poison from the side. There should not be any wound in the mouth of the person sucking. That this is an old method. Now presently we are not using this method. Previously you might have seen in TV and other films and all, you might have seen that they are sucking with the mouth and taking the poison out. So now presently we are not doing this. We are providing anti-venom for the patient and immediately monitoring the patient. Clean the place with salt solution, ice or water. Console the patient and immediately send to the hospitals. Okay. Scorpion bite, remove the sting and put ice on it. After thoroughly clean the place, apply tourniquet above the place of bite. Remove it and observe. Provide analgesic treatment and also sweetened milk to drink. So to prevent hydration and all, to prevent dehydration, you can provide some drink. If the patient is in shock, send to hospital. You will check whether any venom is being entered into the body or not. Next is fainting or CNS. This is also very common, especially in the school children and the college age students. Especially now we don't have much of the assemblies in the ground and all. Previously, in my school days and your school days also, you might have seen standing for long period in long time in the sunlight in the ground for assembly. So many children will be fainting, one in the left, one in the right, one in back. In that way, fainting is very commonly seen. So lie down the person, his head should be slight lower than the feet. So we can prevent the shock. If the person is sitting, kindly keep the head bended below between the both the legs. Person should get fresh air, don't get congested. Usually we say that students, once anyone is fainted, all will come around and see what happened. So teachers will send everyone out saying that let the child get some fresh air. In that way, all the students are being sending out. So that is it is very much needed for the fainted person to get a fresh air. Don't make the person congested. Loosen all the clothes. Once the person gain consciousness, ask him to take deep breath. Once the patient is conscious, give him something to drink. If the unconsciousness continue, refer to the hospitals. Next one is injuries and fracture. This is also very common in the school days and in the college age life. One or the other student will be there with a plaster coming to the classes, right? So injuries and fracture. So clean the wound with soap and water. Apply the spirit with the place of the wound. Apply betadine solution. Bandage the wound with sterile solution. Monitor the condition. Treat the patient for choke. And the most important point is, you can underline, that is immobilize the fractured area. You should not move the fractured area, immobilize, give analgesics and treat. Immediately taken to the orthopedician, and if there is necessary to have a splint or a plaster, immediately the treatment has to be provided. Small wound and cut in cycle accident or bike accident, or somewhere the child has fallen down. If there is a small bruises, wash the wound with clean boiled water and apply antiseptic solution. Apply spirit around the wound to prevent infection getting into it. Remove the foreign bodies present in the wound. Bandage using betadine. Give TT injection in case of wound is large. If there is a need of suture, immediately taken to the hospital. Next is sore throat. This also is very common among students, youngsters and all, especially hostelites and all. One or the other will be having this problem, sore throat. Record vital signs. Inspect the for any white patches. If yes, then check whether it is a signs of diphtheria. Then it is, if it is a case of diphtheria, immediately isolate and take to the hospital. Take throat swab. If pharyngitis, saline gargle is necessary, give aspirin tablets. Advise honey syrup with lemon juice and hot water. This is a common thing we are advising as a home remedy or granny recipe. So if a history of recurrent illness, you need surgery. So identify it and manage. Next is convulsions in children. So lie down the child safely on the bed. So don't stop or compulsorily stop these convulsions, because it can lead to fractures. Loosen the clothes from the chest and let the fresh air come. Clean the secretions from his mouth. Let the respiratory tract function properly. In case of fever, give cold sponge. Evaluate the cause. Identify whether the child is having these convulsions frequently or it is in association with fever, the patient had convulsion or not. So in that way identify it. You know that all harmful objects has to be removed from